Hi nail fam, I hope that you guys are doing well. It's your girl Tia Bella back again with another video. So Madam Glam was kind enough to send me over another package, which I'm very excited about. I actually didn't know this was coming until they sent a little message to say here's your tracking, and I was like, tracking? So these are some nude pudding gels. Absolutely obsessed. I have received previous pudding gels from Madam Glam. This is their nude collection that they have launched. I'm just going to go ahead and open up each one and show you the various colors. What I really love about these pudding gels is if you've ever purchased a pudding gel from any other brand or whatever, most of them will have like that little foil cap, the foil little protective seal over them. However, with Madam Glam, they have these removable, like kind of insert caps, and I really appreciate that. And I like that these are also square, which makes them easier to stack and line up on your shelves, whereas the round ones sometimes can get a little bit rolly for me. So shout out to Madam Glam. And as always, Madam Glam is cruelty free. They are vegan, they are palm oil free, they are 21 free, which is the highest I have ever seen. And also, they are highly pigmented and good quality. They are at the top of my list when it comes to quality gel products that everyone should have, and the pricing reflects that. Now, I am a VIP member, so instead of the retail price that you would see on the regular Madam Glam website, because I'm a member now, I get to save a whopping 50% off the retail price. So if you want to be able to save, definitely sign up for their VIP program. Like, I don't make any commissions, I don't get anything from Madam Glam, so there is no kickback or anything like that. These are really great products. So if you are interested, definitely hop on over to Madam Glam website and see what you may be interested in. I can see that the advent calendar also dropped down a little bit in price. I think originally it was like $129, I think, maybe. It's now $109, so it's coming up to advent calendar season. Christmas is less than 30 days away. I will be doing the Madam Glam unboxing of the advent calendar as well. Okay, so enough of sales talk. Let's get back into these gorgeous nude pudding gels. I have my little square swatch sticks here. I'm just going to go ahead and swatch these on camera for you. Now, usually with the pudding gels, you want to dip your pudding gel brush in a little bit of base gel before you actually apply it onto your nails. Obviously, you would dehydrate, prime, and prep the nails. Just showing you the other pudding gels that I received from a previous package from Madam Glam. Now, these are swatch sticks. There is like nothing on them, so they did come out a little bit streaky because I didn't do the full prep, but I just wanted to mainly show you the colors. Now, I have used this beautiful brush. Spoiler alert, this brush came in the advent calendar from Madam Glam. This is a high quality brush. So spoiler alert, this brush is from the advent calendar. So I'm just going to take a little bit of brush cleaner and just kind of put that onto the brush just to remove any residue that I have left over from a previous set that I was swatching. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and swatch each of these colors for you. I'll be quiet just for a little bit whilst I'm swatching the colors, and then we're going to get into a really fun Gel X Christmas nail set that I think that you are going to really enjoy. All right, I hope that you enjoyed that little bit of swatching. And as you can see, we have a good variety of nude colors here for these pudding gels. They are absolutely beautiful. Now let's get into the nail design. I'm going to be using these long square full cover soft gel tips from Gelfully. I'll also be using their gel glue to adhere my nails. I don't want these nails to last. I'm just doing this for content. So I am going to be using the Madam Glam Peel Off Base Coat onto my natural nail before I then go ahead and adhere the nails. Those full cover tips, I've already used my Melody Susie nail drill and I've etched the inside of the nail as well as the cuticle area of the full cover nail tip just to make sure that it was nice and thin. I used a little bit of isopropyl alcohol to remove any excess dust, and now my nails are ready to adhere. So I have my rechargeable cordless UV lamp here on standby. As always, I like to turn that on to have it ready for when I apply my nails to my natural nail. I'm going in with applying a thin layer with a little bit of extra to that cuticle area of the full cover nail tip, and I'm applying a thin nail to my natural nail, a thin layer, to my natural nail. Then we're gonna go ahead and cure this under the UV lamp just for, like 15 seconds or so. Once I have this flash cured, then I do go into my larger lamp, which is 48 watts, and I give it a full cure for 60 seconds. All right, so all my nails are on and fully cured. I love this length on my nails. So now I'm just going to grab my primer, and I'm also going to grab my file, my 100-180 file, as well as a buffer. And I'm just going to file around that free edge to remove any excess, nail tab that may be there. Also on those side walls if I want it to be a little bit sharper. Then I'm going to take my buffer, and I'm just going to buff around that cuticle area just to make sure that it's kind of seamless with my natural nail bed. I'm going to take my scrub brush and remove that excess dust from the nail. Now, usually I would buff my nail, but sometimes it can just get really, really textured. So sometimes I just like to use a little bit of primer, and the primer is going to give it a chemical etching to the natural nail before I go in with my base gel. Now, I'm not going to be using any regular base gel. I like to use rubber base gel because it's going to give me strength to my natural nail, as well as strength to the full cover nail. Since I have full cover nails on and these are pretty much a little bit flexible, the rubber base gel is the best product for me to use. And as you can see, this color is more on the nude brown flesh skin tone kind of color. I absolutely love this color. I do know that Madam Glam does have some rubber base gels that I am going to be getting over the next couple of days with my VIP membership. So I think there's 3. I have one of their rubber base gels now, and I believe there's 3 more that they do have: a clear, a pink, and I think another kind of nude color. So once I have those products, I will be able to review them. I do hope that Madam Glam will consider to add more rubber base gels to their brands. I do think the rubber base gel is going to be one of those products that people are going to start to love in the coming years because it is just so versatile. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and apply this onto all of my nails. Now you want to make sure that you get all of the sides as well. When it comes to that cuticle area, you could actually just use a liner brush and kind of just go around that cuticle area and down the side walls so that you don't have any excess product on your skin. All right, once I've given that a full cure for 60 seconds, I'm now moving on to applying the pudding gels to my nails. Now, how do I apply these pudding gels directly on top of like a regular base gel? I probably wouldn't have a lot of strength to the nail. So I really encourage anyone that wants strength to the nails, use rubber base gel. And Madam Glam has some. Now I'm taking my little brush here, my nail art brush. I'm just going to add a little bit of base gel to the brush, and then we're going to dip into that solid pudding gel and we're going to apply that to the nail. With Madam Glam products, you only need to cure them for 30 seconds under your UV lamp. So I'll just be quiet just for a little bit whilst I go ahead and apply the gel polish. All right, so now that I have those fully cured, we're now going to go in with some nail art. So I have my nail liner brush here from Madam Glam. Spoiler alert, this nail liner brush was also in the Madam Glam Advent calendar. So I really needed to use it, so I kind of stole it and took it out the Advent calendar. So now we're going to draw some mistletoes onto these nails, and we're going to be dipping into this army green solid pudding gel that was from the previous package that I've received from Madam Glam. And before I decided to actually apply this onto my nail, I was like, you know what? Let me put on some matte top coat onto these nails to protect them in case I make any mistake. I can just wipe them off without affecting the tacky layer that's on these solid pudding gels. So I'm just grabbing my velvet matte top coat from Madam Glam, going to cover all of my nails first, give them a cure under the UV lamp for 30 seconds. Then we're going to get back into drawing that mistletoe on my nail. Alrighty, so the nails are fully cured, and as you know, sometimes with matte top coat, sometimes fuzz is just be getting onto the nails. I don't know, fuzz just come from nowhere and just start attacking my nails. So now that we have our matte top coat cured, let's grab our line art brush, and we're just gonna draw our little stem down the nail. And all you're gonna do is kind of draw little strokes upward towards your cuticle nail, the cuticle area, to kind of draw to resemble the stems of the mistletoe. And then we're going to go in with some red gel polish, some gold gel polish, and some white gel polish to kind of draw the little cherries, or whatever the mistletoe cherries, those little red things that's on the mistletoe. All right. This is a really fun and easy but elegant way to do a Christmas nail art, nail design. So anyone should be able to do this, and this was very simple. You could use gel polish. What I find though with gel polish, sometimes you can have a little bit of texture. So if possible, try to use really pigmented solid pudding gels, or even paint, nail paint gels, because they have a higher pigmentation and they aren't as thick as gel polish, so they won't be as textured. And by textured, I mean you can actually feel the drawing on your nail. You want it to be nice and smooth. All right, just gonna finish this off, let you watch and see how I create this nail set, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now with a dotting tool, you're just gonna go ahead and draw your little cherries onto your mistletoe. I think Madam Glam also has dotting tools. I'm not 100% sure. So if you are looking for some dotting tools, you could also check out Madam Glam for that as well. Or even just hop on Amazon. Amazon has some good deals. This is where I got my dotting tool from here that I'm using. Alright, so to finish off this nail design, I'm just going to go ahead and apply some no wipe top coat onto this nail and give it a final cure under the UV lamp for 30 seconds. We're going to move on to the other nails as well. All right, so the same nail design that I did on my thumb, I have already did that on my ring finger off camera. So now we're just gonna move on to the other nails. As you would have seen from the thumbnail, for the index finger, we're just gonna do a simple French nail, a U French nail using this is Grand Canyon, I believe, red gel polish from Glam. That glitter polish was called Stardust, and then I used Perfect White and Perfect Black. So I'm just gonna finish off the other fingers to show you how it is done. All right, so we're gonna be doing something a little bit different today. We're gonna do a little plaid. I had to go in a different room. So if my voice sounds a little bit different, I do apologize. All right, so you remember from my previous Amazon haul that I picked up some jelly polishes and one of them was a black. And I remember telling you guys that this black would be perfect for shading and for doing some nail art. So for this plaid, we need to have like a really sheer. If you don't have this particular color, you could just use like a base gel, and like we can use Madame Glam's clear base gel, and you can use Madame Glam's Perfect Black, and you could just create your own kind of jelly black. But since I have this color, I'm just going to use it. So what we're going to do is just draw lines, really thick lines, horizontally as well as vertically, and then we're going to give that a cure under the UV lamp. Once I have all of the lines on, then we're going to go in with Madame Glam's Perfect Black, and at each junction, is it called a junction or intersection, we're actually going to color that in with black. So we need to create like black squares. And that's essentially how this plaid look is going to go. Now, other people, they go in with, green and some white strokes and stuff, but we're just going to keep this really simple. So with dipping my line art brush into the Perfect Black from Madame Glam, now we're just going to go ahead and take our time, try to draw our squares as neatly as possible. Have the difficult conversation. That's rare. All right, so I did add a white outline French there, just to, I don't know, I felt like by itself it wasn't giving what everything it was supposed to give. It wasn't tying into the other nail design, because I have like the little snow on mistletoe. So I just added a white, and now I'm just adding some top coat to that nail. So for my pinky finger, we're going to use this Stardust. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, this glitter gel polish is from the gods. I'm just going to add that to my pinky. And I'm going to take an ombre brush, and we're just going to ombre that down. And that's going to be our glitter French ombre. And like I said, like fuzz was just coming out of nowhere, just attacking my nails for no reason. So you might see me just kind of pull, fuzz every now and then. Okay, let's quickly ombre this and then give it a cure under the UV lamp. And for my ring finger, I took the Perfect White color from Madame Glam, and I'm just using the ombre brush. I'm just going to ombre that down. I didn't want this to be perfectly an ombre. I wanted it to almost look like snow. Like it was like a snowy little mountain in the distance, So I don't know how to explain it. I just wanted to look really blurry, really snowy, really furry. And I did go ahead and draw another one of those mistletoes onto that white French ombre. And then on the pinky finger, I just wanted to tie in something white. So I just did a little star and used my line art brush. And that was basically it. Once I'm done applying all of the nail art, I do go under the UV lamp and give it a full cure for 30 seconds, making sure that all of the nails are cured. Then I go in with a layer of top gel over all of the nails. Once I'm done, I am going to go and try to clean up those sides just a little bit. Using my 180 file around the sidewalls as well as the free edge, and then use a little bit of isopropyl alcohol to remove any excess dust that usually comes from filing. Once I'm done, I throw on a little bit of cuticle oil. Madame Glam has some amazing cuticle oils, and this is the finished look. Hope this tutorial was a little bit entertaining as well as educational for you. And let me know down in the comments what you think of this nail design. Again, thank you to Madame Glam for sending me these products. I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. Happy holidays!